Hey guys, Simon here, the founder of Backland Expedition Gear. This video is to show you how to install our IBEX Series Side Ladder. And while we're at it, we're going to install the utility bar as well. Let's do it. We are going to remove this piece of plastic cladding, and we need a T20 Torx and one of these plastic pry bars. With our T20 Torx tool, we're going to take the screw that's at the upper corner of the plastic cladding out. With your plastic pry bar, you're going to get in between the plastic cladding and the van as close as possible to the clips. Pry them out. When you're removing the plastic cladding, it's better to do it when it's warm or if the van has been in the sun, because you're less likely to break the plastic clips. If that happens, don't worry, your plastic cladding can be reinstalled if it's missing one or two clips. While I'm here, I'm just going to take some time to clean up this area. We're going to install rivnuts, and it's somewhere around here. And those rivnuts can be installed anywhere around this body line. It is the same principle for all the vans from 2007 to the current one, 4x4, two-wheel drive, or even the older body style from previous to 2018. We can install this ladder anywhere here around this body line. That's really up to you. Same thing with the utility bar. Now I'm going to set up the ladder on the roof, and thanks to that rubberized coating, you're not likely to scratch the paint. This van is equipped with an aftermarket roof rail. Yours might be different, but it's the same idea. You want to take the nut, the lock washer, and the washer off. If you pay attention to this washer that we've designed and we got laser cut out of stainless steel, you see that it's not the same when we flip it. And there's a reason for that. It is because when we insert them in the rail, we'd want it to turn and lock this way. What we like about this hardware that we've designed is it can be inserted from the top as opposed to be sliding from the back of the rail like most other ladder hardware is. And that way, if you already have a roof rack or other stuff, you don't have to take them off to install the ladder. They're designed to get in the rail from anywhere. Now I'm going to lift the ladder off and slide these bolts just behind. So the correct order is washer, and then lock washer, and then your 1/4-inch nut. Before you start using a tool, you'd like to tighten them by hand, and just pulling straight on the nut, and you'd like to make sure that the washer is pulling on the roof rail the way it should. So for now, I'm going to leave them loose because we're going to have to pull the bottom of the ladder away from the van. Now I have placed the ladder roughly where I want it to be. So I'm not going to worry about squaring it up with the van right now. We're going to do that later when we bolt the top section. But I just want to mark where my rivnuts are going to be. I want to be away from the body clips here and away from this where it's recessed. But it looks like a good location, so I'm just going to go ahead and mark my rivnut holes with a Sharpie. At this point, you can take the ladder completely off the van, or you could pull it away, or you can also ask a trusted friend to hold it for you while you're drilling the holes in the van. For the holes, I'd like to use like a smaller drill bit because it's easier to get started and not right in the middle of the hole. And then we'll keep drilling with a 7/16, which is the correct size for an M8 rivnut. I found there's nothing worse than a crooked ladder. So what I'll be doing is I'll be using this square and a measuring tape. I'll put the square right here, measure to the black seam line here. And I go back on top and make sure I have the same measurement. Nice and snug, and we're done with the top section. A lot of Sprinter owners are concerned about the plastic clips and the fact that they're not sealing the way we wish they would be sealing, and water is going on the back side. That is not really a problem because your rocker panel has drains, so the water will be draining out just like it would do on the front doors where you have your windows going up and down. It is not sealed. Water goes in the door, drains out. It's not a problem. But a real issue here that we've noticed is the water sitting on top of this seam here, pooling there for weeks at a time after rain or after washing your vehicle. And the water that sits there will create rust that you'll never see before it's too late. So I believe it's good we take the time to remove all the plating from all around the van and spray some of that rust proofing as grease, wax type of thing. It will just seal that forever, and you'll thank me for that later. Now that I've shown you how to remove the plastic cladding, I'm hoping that you're gonna take the time and do that all around your van. I'm taking the plastic trim and line it up with the clip holes. With a Sharpie, I'm gonna mark the location of the feet. To figure the height, put it beside the feet here. I'm just gonna eyeball it, and if I'm cutting where my thumb is here, I will be good. The ladder is installed, and you just got yourself one of the strongest, if not the strongest ladder on the market. After seeing hundreds of Sprinter vans with side ladders that comes all the way down here, I never thought it was a great idea, to be honest. All you need is a rock, a stump, a fire pit, and then you drive next to it, and the next thing you know, you've ripped the ladder right off your van. So part of the reason why we decided to have them bolted to the side of the van, we thought it was a super clean way to do it. And also, it gives you so much more ground clearance, less likely to damage it. It pairs perfectly with the side steps. Now we're done with the ladder. I'll show you how I install the utility bar. It's the same tools and same technique. Watson. Most of the time, I like to have the ladder running perfectly parallel with the seam here, so I measure and make sure it's parallel. But in that case, with that AM Auto window, the opening is slightly tilted forward. So in that case, we're going to install the utility bar following the window opening line from that AM Auto window. And just like that, your installation is done. Thanks for watching.